Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading for March 2023. This is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, those intuitively guided. Some of you are here just checking up on a Taurus's energy. Understand that you'll probably receive messages too. I read through my guides, using tarot as just a tool. So those intuitively guided, I'm glad you trusted your intuition. All right, Taurus, let's get into it. I remember your reading last month, and I remember you were going through some difficult times. So I'm hoping that this is showing us lighter energy. Even though your reading did end in a very positive way, maybe this is going to be the continuation of that, so we'll see. Okay, we're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use the Mother Mary for our words of wisdom. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot to do clarifying. And for your main spread, I'm going to use the Tarot of Dreams. But let's start with Mother Mary and get our words of wisdom. Everything's pre-shuffled, guys, just so you know that. Those who don't know me, I am Jenny Lovetarot's mother, Sandy, also known as Archangel Guidance. My channel was hijacked, so my daughter was kind enough to let me post on her channel, so that's why I'm here, if you're wondering. Okay. Taurus. Okay, well, we got 4, but I feel like I need to take them, so I'm going to take them. We have marriage. Marriage. I make a commitment to a healthy relationship with God, myself, and my partner. Marriage. Blessings. Nice. Today, I count my blessings small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. Blessings. Quiet. Quiet. I go into peaceful silence, and I listen. Why is that important? Well, we're in a universal year 7, which is a very spiritual year. This is a year where we really need to learn to trust our intuition from this point forward. You know what I mean? It's like that's what's going to protect you, is your energy. Anyways, what am I reading? So anyways, I feel like quiet means that this is where you're going to receive your signs within. Now, it doesn't mean you're not going to see signs outside of that, like numbers or a song or a smell. It's funny, the other day I smelled, many of you know that I lost my son, but I smelled his cologne so clearly. And I know his cologne because I used to buy it for him as a gift. So, quiet. And then Jesus. Wow. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. Some of you may be going through a tough time in your marriage right now. And, to me, this would signify that, listen, if it's a good marriage, that potentially it can be healed. Now, when I say good marriage, I mean, I'm not dealing with a narcissist. I'm not dealing with a serial cheater, that type of thing. Can that be saved? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, do we waste our time waiting for others to raise their own vibration? And if they don't, do I then have a responsibility to stay with that lower vibration? I feel like the answer is no. Alright, let's give them a cut. And I'm going to shuffle for your cards versus taking them off the top of the deck. Alright, Taurus. March. Time is fluid, though. I want you to remember that. And what I mean by that is, you know, sometimes you don't see the reading in March. You know, maybe you see it a year later, but it resonates with you. Trust that, because maybe that's when you were meant to receive a certain message. Okay, so we open with the Page of Pentacles for our tarot portion. That is also connected to the wheel, which is your destiny. Page of Pentacles is someone who's on a path that is usually pertaining to their pentacles, to their material world, their physical world. But this is actually an energy of knowledge, of learning, the type of wisdom that stays with you for a lifetime, for eternity, right on your wheel. So there is something that you're learning that I feel like that you're meant to. It's only going to help you. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be though. This is a King of Action. Well, hello. Next to the Queen of Wands, or the Queen of Swords. And then we have the World. Well, my dears, this is the next chapter. This tells me that something's closing, but with purpose, so something new can open. This is about a rebirth. For those, let's say that you're in a committed relationship and things are a little hairy right now, I feel like this is, again, that potential of healing and then moving into this energy. I feel like, you know, we don't receive the world energy until we're ready for it, because it's a very spiritual time when you enter into the worlds. I mean, it's the perfect energy for this year because it is about your spirituality. And it is because you're learning to walk like hand in hand with your spirituality and your humanness. And boy, that's powerful. King of Cups. Two kings on the table. We have King Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. So let's talk about the Knight of Pentacles for a second, because this can be a very slow-moving energy, but it's an energy that we can trust. And what that means is, you know, it's like, I know my ships are coming in the right time. What's the right time? Well, let's say I'm in a relationship with someone who is that is a narcissist, you know, a narcissist. I can't change them. I don't want to change it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to deal with it. So it may be something you were learning, and listen, maybe you learn it and then you use it to help others on that same path. Anyways, this Knight is guardian angel energy. So this is a very loyal type energy. This is, you know, trustworthy. And it's a promise of bringing something into your physical world that is going to expand it. Interesting, it's coming between these two kings. But he is looking at the King of Cups. So the Knight says, have patience, but also have trust. Keep the faith. Well, Palace of Wands. Not a bad place to end up in. You know, to me, the palace is ultimately where I want to be. It's energy that I'm reaching for. You know, I love the Palace of Wands because it's a very inspired, let's just say it's a home. Lots of inspiration, action inspired, a lot of passion in this this home. And by the way, it's mirrored by the world. So I feel like what it's saying with the wheel here, your destiny, something you've been learning. You know, we're always learning, and we need to know that, right? We're always learning, even through usually through our difficult experiences, but even through our good experiences. But it's then using it, like, I almost want to say, as your power, you know. So I feel like what it's saying is, you know, you're leaving a cycle, you're entering into a new cycle, which I think is good compared to your last reading. Now, your last reading wasn't horrible, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of heavy energy that I do feel that we were able to clear. So, you know, that may be why the wheel has shown itself so quickly. And the world, right? Because the wheel means things are moving. There's nothing here that is like a wedge in the wheel. Okay, let's keep going. I was only going to take 8, but I feel like I want to go underneath. Alright, we have the 2 of Pentacles. What I like about the 2 of Pentacles is it puts the... what do I want to say? It puts the... decision on you. 2 of Pentacles I usually call the Juggler's card. It means a lot of things are going on. But I often feel this is energy of the logical mind. Using my logical mind as it relates to making a decision. Logical mind, I feel like, also speaks of the wisdom that I've gained along this journey, my whole life, let's say. And then making a choice, you know. The world is here. Do I want to enter this new chapter? I feel like you do. Though, you know, I don't want to put fear upon it. Yeah, I don't want to put... Jeez. Okay. We have another palace. This time it's the Palace of Cups. Coming right under the King of Cups. Interesting. And then we have the 6 of Swords. You know what I feel like? Male or female, doesn't matter. I feel like this King of Wands, again, I kind of want you to forget. I feel like one is ending, but another one is beginning. This Knight is looking right at this King. And then you have the energy of the 6 of Swords, which is mirrored by this King. That means in the, you know, if I look back to the 5 of Swords, there was some type of toxicity, you know, in this relationship, let's say. Now, doesn't have to be love. Could just be someone that you know. But we'll see. We'll see, because we do have the Palace of Cups. And to me, that is ultimate harmony. Ultimate love. But first I had to clear up something. And the 6 of Swords means you're moving on from whatever that was, whatever had become toxic. Doesn't always mean someone is a toxic person, but their energy and your energy just might not be meshing. You know what I mean? Sometimes our vibration, like, you know, like if we're a spiritual being, we want to learn and we want to grow, and we want our souls to expand and experience. But if I'm with someone who doesn't want any of that, you know, I just want to live in the material world and I want, you know, what I want, well, we're on different vibrations, my friend. So it could simply mean that, like the realization of what used to work is no longer working. We have the 2 Swords. Okay, I don't love that, because the 2 Swords is mirrored by the 2 of Pentacles. But with that 2 of Swords comes out this Page of Wands. Now, I feel like this Page is a younger version of this King. But also, I want to say this is a page that speaks about action. You know, it's almost like I can feel energy coming in before it actually reaches me. I often feel this is like the Fool's energy, where I take a chance, but it is connected to this Two of Swords. Two of Swords, you know, it just means there's a blindfold. That I'm wearing a blindfold. There's something I just may not want to face. However, I feel like with the Queen up here, because, you know, I'm looking at, like, I can see her eyes, and she can see, like, she's looking at us, right? There's no blindfold here. I also feel like, you know, she's stating that for me to accept this pentacle, which means potentially it's changing at least part of my life, but also it is on your wheel. And sometimes that can mean even like if there's someone's energy who was toxic, it doesn't mean that they weren't meant to be on your wheel, you know, on your wheel of destiny. Because again, did you learn? Did you learn? And sometimes I'm just learning my own reactions. You know, like, did I stay at the party too long? Okay. Well, we'll go deeper with the clarifiers. Look at this. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. So we have the Queen and the King. Yet, she's on the bottom. He's in the spread. Five of Pentacles underneath that. So I do feel like there was a breakup. I do feel like there was a breakup. And listen, it could be hard. But in the same breath, I feel like because the wheel and the world is here and the Palace of Cups, maybe something wasn't working any longer. And maybe I made the decision that I'm not going to hold my life back anymore. There's too much to be discovered. Alright, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. I'm going to give him a couple shuffles. Give him a cut. And let's start at the beginning. So we're looking at the Page of Pentacles, the Wheel, Destiny, King of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. I feel like this Queen has just a slight trust issue. Now, I feel like it's because of someone that I potentially couldn't trust before. So I feel like there's a slight trust issue. Now, and I don't mean that towards a certain person. I feel like it's just in me. And it is something that, you know, I'm going to have to face. Look at that, the wheel again. Right over the Page of Pentacles. You know, this is the type of energy where I would say don't regret, you know, your past, because you've learned from your past. And maybe that's the only way your soul could have learned certain lessons, was to go through, you know, some difficult lessons, difficult times. But I feel like you've come out the other end now. If you haven't, I feel like you will be. Well, hello, Ten of Cups. right over the wheel, right beside the wheel. I mean, hello, House of Harmony. First of all, the Ten of Cups, which is mirrored by the Palace of Cups. You know, this tells me that ultimately you will find this happy home, this house of harmony with someone, because it's part of your wheel. To me, that means that it's part of your soul's intention. In other words, that means before you even came to this lifetime, you know, certain souls probably had agreements to connect in this lifetime. A lot of times I feel like it's after each of us individually have gone through our own, you know, lessons. So I don't feel like this is something that happens right off the bat. And what I mean by that, now listen, it can happen soon, but what I mean is I feel like, and you could have had the Ten of Cups before, but for some reason I just feel like, was it real? This feels very real. This feels meant to be. Okay, let's keep going. Well, we have the King of Pentacles over the King of Wands. Hello, what are you doing here? Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be you. Could be you kicking this king out of here. Like, this queen belongs to me. You know, if you are in a same-sex relationship, it could certainly talk about these two kings. We have the Three of Pentacles. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands coming right over the world. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense because, first of all, we saw the Five of Pentacles over here, and that is kind of like a tower. You know, it just means like maybe someone was like thrown out into the cold. If it's talking about a relationship, you know, someone threw someone else the tower. Now, could it be because someone else came in? You know what I mean? And I feel their energy, like I feel their vibration, and it just feels right. You know what I mean? Even if the timing may not be right. Remember, we do have the Knight of Pentacles down here. So I feel like, you know, it does speak about the right time. So anyways, this Ten of Wands talks about you and your tendency to shoulder all the responsibility. Now, I know that's you, Taurus. You do put it all on you. You know, and I get it. I'm a Virgo. Sometimes, you know, it's funny because Sam and I, who's also Virgo, just had a conversation where I said, you know, something I had to learn to do, because I had managed fitness centers for most of my life, was learn to delegate, because sometimes we think, well, no one can do it as good as we can. But I feel like when the Ten of Wands shows up, I kind of do want the tower, because this is like almost too much, right? It's backbreaking. All the responsibility landed on your shoulders. This is not about what's coming. This is about what was and what wants to end, because it's coming over the world. Again, don't regret. I feel like your reading is definitely saying don't regret your past, because your past was meant to happen. But be willing to give yourself a new beginning also. Then, you know, I don't want to skip over this Three of Pentacles, because it's coming right over this Queen of Swords. Let's talk about this Queen of Swords real quick. You know, whether it's an air sign or not doesn't really matter, but it does speak about someone who, you know, as a queen has become a great communicator. This is someone who I definitely feel like if I get into a relationship, I've got to be able to trust that person. Like honesty and loyalty are number one. more than anything. And listen, I feel like, how are you going to know? That's why you need to trust your intuition. Like if there's red flags, pay attention to those red flags. But I'm not even feeling that. I'm feeling that this person, this queen, has really figured out who she is. I feel like potentially this queen may do something in the world, like as a living, where she is, she's doing her own thing. And other people appreciate that about her. This is about the individual, right? And this is like you are the missing piece of the puzzle. And I think I may keep saying don't regret, because you may be using it to help others. Because again, I feel like this queen has become really quite the communicator. Okay. We're going to go over the King of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. We have the Hangman. Interesting. Over this Knight. The Knight of Pentacles. We have the Strength card. Card of Leo. Number 8. New beginning. Mirroring the Ten of Wands. It tells me whatever happened in that Ten of Wands energy, that you're able to overcome it. Not just that, but you're able to see your own part in it. Your reactions to certain things. You know what I mean? You're learning about you. And not in a judgmental way. Right over that Palace of Wands. We have the Nine of Swords coming over the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Eight of Wands coming over the Palace of Cups. Fast moving energy. Fast moving energy. What I think about, I bring about. I don't love that this Nine of Swords is here though. Because this is overthinking something. Right? Something's coming into your world. And I mean, it just has like love and joy and happiness and understanding written all over it. But yet, then I might overthink it. This is about unnecessary worry. I got to make that clear. It's about unnecessary worry. If I can't control it, then I got to stop worrying about it. But here, I feel like you do have a lot of control. Eight of Wands is your intentions also, like the intentions you put out into the universe, and then them coming back. They have to match the vibration that you put out. It's interesting too, because I'm getting also a message where I feel like there may have been someone waiting for another to end a potential relationship because these two seem to have connected. I feel like for those who are, let's just say, leaving a very difficult relationship, and listen, any change is hard, right? But it's showing very quickly how I feel like you get back to you, like you start enjoying your life again. It's like these back-breaking responsibilities, at least the ones that, it's like half of these are probably yours, but the other half are someone else's. or many people's. So I feel like when this closes, the Ten of Wands, and I know that it will, because the world is here, they cannot go, like, I can't carry that Ten of Wands into the world's energy. The world's energy to me is like a thank you from the divine. It's like a blessing. And it does bring you joy. So whatever it is that I'm, letting go of here, I feel very quickly, even though there's a fear now, I shouldn't have said fear factor in the beginning, because now it's showing a little bit. But again, it is about unnecessary worry. So I feel like allow yourself to just enjoy. Interesting that the Hangman comes over this night, putting a little bit of a hold on the timing of when this Knight of Pentacles is bringing you in a pentacle. This pentacle is meant to really enhance your life. But the Hangman is kind of like, you need to be ready for it. And I feel like that's exactly what's going on. You're getting ready for it, maybe even unbeknownst to yourself. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look under the Hangman. Whoa. We have the World again. Alright. So I don't feel like that Hangman... Listen, that Hangman has probably been there for a while. Hangman's like pausing the action. But truthfully, what the Hangman is seeking is wisdom on the Hangman's next steps. Almost like, I know that there's this toxicity around me. I know that what it does is it puts me in this mindset of overthinking, of over-worrying. I'm getting that now. In the world, I feel like it really turns that Hangman around. And when the Hangman's turned around, it means the Hangman's had an awakening, an awareness. We have the King of Wands again. We have the Page of Wands right with the Page of Wands. Interesting. And then we have the Queen of Cups. So we have the King of Cups. Now we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, first of all, I feel like as it relates to an old relationship, I feel like there may be two people who got together at a young age, and at a young age it's harder to make things work because I don't have all the life experience that I'll have later in life. Now, it doesn't have to mean, you're old. You have to be old to have this experience. No. You can be young, but have had a lot of experiences already. So, anyways, I feel like part of the problem is two people may have gotten together when they weren't really, let's just say, mature. We do what young people do. But I feel like, then the time comes where, okay, it's not the kind of life I want to live anymore. So maybe one, had this realization, I don't want to keep living in this party style, nothing concrete type of life. And what I want is truth and honesty and loyalty and love and money and, being able to take care of myself, being able to enjoy my life again. It does take some sacrifice, but the sacrifice that is being asked of you really just speeds up the process of all that can be. All that can be. Oh, one last card. Didn't see that. Seven of Swords. So Seven of Swords is mirroring that Nine of Swords. Okay, so now we know why I was feeling that the Queen might have a little bit of trust issues. Seven of Swords would say, sometime in her life, she dealt with someone who was untrustworthy. You know, this is a thief in the night. This is someone who takes more than they need and doesn't share it. You know, like, it just reminds me of, like, you know, kids being at a table and there's only so much food and someone grabbing more, you know, like their belly's already full, but they grab more just so other people can't have it. I don't know. That type of energy. And clearly, I don't want that again. Well, your guides are saying that's why you don't regret what you've been through. Learn what you've been through so you don't have to go through it again. Okay. We have a lot of cards on the table. We have a lot of kings. We have a lot of queens. But I don't feel like the reading is over yet. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to pick this up. Give ourselves some room. You know, and I have to tell you, because you have the world twice, it does speak about the next chapter. Again, a very spiritual chapter, if you allow it to be, which means that a lot of spiritual guidance. I don't know what I was going to say next. But I'm going to keep all this in mind, right? We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Palace of Cups, the Palace of Wands, all these kings. So what I want to do, your guardian angel who says at the right time, something's going to come in that's going to make this wheel start spinning again, and it's on your side. Like if you're playing roulette, you would win. Let's bring in the light seers. And I'm just going to do a, let's just say a clarifying spread to kind of bring it all together. Because I feel like there's a lot of different messages in there. So let's just bring it all together. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anything else? Well, hello, Ace of Cups. Love. Love, love, love. Unconditional love. Can be of a person. Definitely of the universe. Definitely of your guides, your angels. Hopefully you're loving yourself. But I also feel like this is speaking about romantic love. So let's see. We have the Five of Swords. Listen, I may have had love for someone that, and it didn't work out for whatever the reason. The Five of Swords, again, is that toxic energy. It's here now. It's showing us that it's here now. But it's a 5, so it is asking for change. You know, listen, I may have been in love. And listen, we fall in love more than once in our life. But some type of change, right? But some type of change that only benefits you. Look at this. The Lovers. Well, first of all, it's a card of Gemini. The meaning of the card is a head over heart decision. That could certainly be. For some of you, I feel like someone may have entered your life while you were at the end of something else. And their energy is kind of undeniable. You know, I feel like it's both people in this energy and the chemistry between them. The Lovers. Look at that. You put the 5 and the 6, that's an 11. It's funny. I literally just put out a twin flame reading earlier today. And the only reason I'm saying that is because A lot of times when I see like 11 or 1111, I think of twin flames. Doesn't have to be, but I do think of it. So I feel like I have to bring that out. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, that Knight of Pentacles made you a promise. I'm going to bring you in an ace. And this ace is going to expand your world. You do have to say yes to it. But look at what is mirroring the Ace of Cups. And it's connected to the Lovers. Holy cow. I feel like literally whatever this Five of Swords is for you, whether it be other people, other people's toxicity that then lands, let's say, in your thought system. Maybe you're worried about allowing yourself to have this type of, you know, maybe like I didn't think it could exist and then boom, I meet someone and the chemistry's off the chart. They're coming into your world. Ready or not, here I come. All right, let's take 4 more. Let's just go right underneath them. Sometimes I think, am I pushing it? Like, do my guides want to give us all, well, I say my guides, our guides, you know. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have pushed it, but, you know, this is reality. Here's this Two of Swords. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. Some of you literally may have moved homes, you know, maybe because it was a breakup. Maybe that's part of it, like, you know, like I don't want to be with someone, but I also don't want to leave my home at the same time. Let's follow that. Seven of Cups, making a decision. You know, when I see Seven of Cups, I think a couple things. First of all, it is chaotic energy, so I have to make a choice through the chaos. Now, I feel like it's other people's chaos, but you still have to make the decision. And it takes us back to that little trust issue that I felt the Queen had. I certainly don't want to pick a cup like I already had. I don't feel it in any way this is the same type of cup. And I also feel someone may have given someone a, like someone I had been with, like I gave him a special title. Maybe I called him my soulmate or I called him my twin flame. But, you know, they could have been a soulmate. I don't feel like they're a twin flame. But this could certainly speak about what's coming in. What's coming in. Well, hello. Mess everything up. Wow. Taurus. This is the marriage card. But I feel like this is different than even if you were previously in a marriage, or, you know, let's just say it's the commitment card. Everybody in this energy wants to be there. This isn't about someone kicking and screaming, like, you know. This is like, once my eyes meet your eyes, that's it. That's it. The Ace. I mean, it feels like it's bringing you a love that will last potentially for the rest of your life. I say potentially a lot because there's free will. And I can't come in between your free will. I mean, you know, it's like, because the Two of Swords is here, right? The Seven of Cups is here. Making a decision. Two of Swords, you know, I feel like it's just coming forward with a little bit of a trust issue as it relates to love. But I feel like, you know, the person that's coming in, or let's just say the two of you together, this feels probably like nothing you've experienced before. And it's almost like your guides want you to know that, this isn't just like a fling type energy, though it can be if that's what you want. This is about an energy that truly, I feel like, will last the rest of your life. Some of you may be eternally connected. So it lasts for eternity. Now, if this is a twin flame, twin flames don't come into every lifetime together. But I feel like when they do, they eventually will find each other. That's the kind of energy. It's like, first, let's say this is a twin flame. Well, a twin flame is a mirror of each other. It's a mirror of you. Like when you're looking at the other, you're seeing yourself. And sometimes I feel like when you have energy like the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, it is best that it had been cleared. Because if it hasn't, you're going to see it here. And it may feel wrong. You know what I mean? When it's not wrong. Doesn't mean you have to accept it, though. That is your choice. I mean, it is putting the choice in your lap. But I feel like the chemistry, the love, and then the promise from your guardian angel to bring you this expansion. Wow. I don't know of any other love card that I love more than the Four of Wands. Because this really is about true love. And this is about, I swear, everybody, like, I can't imagine, like, once I'm with you, even if this is a past relationship, but two people have evolved and matured, you are the rest of my life. You are the rest of my life. Wow. What a love reading for Taurus. Marriage, blessings, quiet, so you can receive. Instead of the blindfold, this is about trusting your intuition. Yes, there's plenty of reasons to wear a blindfold, but in the same breath, your soul came here to have these type of experiences. I feel like it's the ultimate love. All right, and I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to read all those cards. I don't think we need to. I feel like we know why they all came out. But as always, well, I feel like I got to look at the bottom of this deck. The Hermit. Card of Virgo. This is also about the wisdom that you have gained, especially through the dark night of the soul. I don't feel like we go through it once. Maybe we go through it a few times. The Hermit's really seeking the light. But what the Hermit figures out is, I am the light. I am my own hero. All about spirituality, but on this earthly plane. I feel like, Taurus, what you've learned is truly how to walk hand in hand with your spirituality and your humanness. And I feel like what it's saying is, like, your energy is now ready to receive the highest, let's just call it love, of all. All right. I love you guys. I thank you. Some of you, if you know you're on a twin flame relationship, definitely watch that twin flame reading. And it's interesting because I did the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, and I had just done a twin flame reading about 2 weeks ago, and the progression was fantastic. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to let that be. I love you guys. I thank you for everything. Thank you for anyone who donates. You know, literally, I had my channel stolen, my money stolen, everything. So your donations are truly appreciated. Thank you for sharing the video, helping Jen's channel grow. Just thank you for being you. I love you guys. I pray that you're able to receive this and that these blessings find you. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.